Hello, welcome. In this tutorial, we are going to talk about predicates. Predicates are functional interface. They are having only one method called test method. Test method is going to return a boolean value either true or false according to our specified logic. So let's start with the practicals of predicates. So first of all, I am going to create two different strings. Once my two strings are ready, I just wanted to print the length of both the strings. After printing the length of both the strings, let us start with predicates. I am passing a message on my console that I am checking for greater than 10 value. Now, to create object of predicate, you need to use java.util.function. I want to create predicate on string, so type specified is string. Name I am giving p greater than 10 is equals to new predicate. So here you can see I have to add the unimplemented method. The unimplemented method is nothing but test over here. Now I want to check whether the length of the string is greater than 10 or not. So for the string that is being passed over here, I am just simply checking t dot length is greater than or 10 or not. So what it is going to do for me, if the length is greater than 10, then it is going to return a true, otherwise it is going to return a false. Now one predicate object is created. So let us use it with the S1 and S2. Now I want to check for the S1 first. So what I need to do, I'm just simply adding a plus, and now I'm giving the name of my predicate, that is p greater than 10 dot test method, and I want to test it for S1. Now for the same way I want to test it for the S2. So you can see first it is printing the length, then it is printing that I'm going to check for greater than 10. Then for the case of S1 it is true, for the case of S2 it is again true. Now let us create one more predicate so that we can have examples of AND method, OR method, and so on. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply copying this and pasting it over here. The name I'm going to change is p less than 20, and inside the length I'm checking whether the length is less than 20 or not. And now I need to check for these two particular string. Let us add the same message over here. So now my coding is ready. Let's once again run it. Now if you can see for the S1 it is false, and for the S2 it is true, because the length of S1 is 58, so it is not less than 20, and the length of S2 is 11, which is less than 20, so for S2 it is true. Now here we created two predicates and we have checked it for both the strings. Now on the predicates there are different methods, let's say AND or negate. So how they works, when we talk about AND method, if any of the value is false, then it is going to return a false value, otherwise it is going to return a true value. So let us check for the AND. Now I have printed a message and I want to do a end on predicate on both the predicates. So first I am writing the first predicate at p less than 20. You can write any predicate, sequence does not matter, and p greater than 10. Now the end test I wanted to do on string s1. So it is test on s1. The same way I need to check for s2. In the message I have done little change, so it is better to understand. Now if you can see, check for end for s1 is false and for s2 is true. If you can see, for the s1 the first predicate is true but the second predicate is false, so the end method is going to return a false value. But for the case of s2, the first predicate is true and the same second predicate is also true, so that is the reason end method is also going to return a true. Now the same way, let us test for the OR method. OR method is going to return a true if any of the predicate is true. If both the predicates are false, then only it is going to return a false. So now I am passing the message check for OR. Here instead of AND I am writing OR, and once again run this. So you can see, check for S1 is true, check for S2 is also true. If you can see, for the S1 the first predicate is true but second is false. When we work with the AND method it returns a false, but when we work with OR method then it is going to return a true. Now let us check for the negate method. I have written a message over here. Now I wanted to do a negate on my first predicate p greater than 10 dot negate. So you can see it returns a predicate that returns the logical negation of this particular predicate. So I am passing a negate and I want to calculate it on s1, so I need to pass test s1 and let us run this. So negate of s1 for the p greater than 10 is printing false. You can see the actual value was true but then it has printed a false value over here. Now there is one more type of predicate that is created using the is equal method. So let us create one more predicate of type string. Name I am giving is equal, source from ISE. Predicate dot is equal, in message I am passing Java. Now let us do a test for the is equal. Message I have written is equal method test. Now predicate ISE I wanted to test it with a string called Java 8 new features, and the same predicate I wanted to test with only simple string Java, and let us once again run it. So you can see the first is equal method test result was a false, then the second result was a true. So if you directly wanted to do a testing on a particular string or on a particular value, then it is possible using the is equal method. And the predicates are useful when we wanted to have a testing, when you wanted to do a filtering, and then in all that cases predicates are useful. So it was a demo of predicates. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.